Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading would be about Liam Payne's ex-girlfriend, Kate Cassidy. Now I'm having this reading because we're going to be looking into what was the role she played in the whole equation. Not just that, she was one of the last sort of like major people that he interacted with before his tragic passing. So we're going to see what was going on, right? So I'm going to begin is just by looking into the energies before I start asking specific questions. So let's see. What can we see? What can energies show us about this situation? Okay. Focus on money. Interesting. All right. So what was going on with this small money, right? Because I'm seeing a small money offer. What was going on with this small money offer? All right. Death. It was an issue is what I'm seeing here. It was definitely an issue. It actually could have contributed to the passing is what I'm seeing here. Because I'm seeing a man that was reserved with his money. He didn't want to necessarily just give out his money, his coin, right? It also was pertaining to a woman, right? With this Queen of Wands energy. The Mother of Wands is the Queen of Wands. What I'm seeing here is a woman that was a viper, right? That didn't like this small money offer. Because I'm seeing again, a man that was reserved with money. Energy's just telling me it's true. Not just that, it could have actually contributed to the misfortune with the whole death, right? Because it upset this woman. A vibe of, I don't know, what I'm getting intuitively is a vibe of a woman wanting more. That's just what I'm seeing here. A woman wanting more. What can we see with this temperance? What's going on with this temperance? Yeah, I mean, a woman was making plans. This is actually deep. Ooh, this is really deep, guys. Really deep, right? Because the temperance is all about taking things slow, right? Strategy behind things. You know, when you want something, when you're trying to do something, you know, the temperance speaks of taking your time. What I'm seeing here with this Three of Wands that came out first is a woman that was planning. We know that the Three of Wands represents a journey. Not just that, it also represents making plans. This woman was making plans about this King of Pentacles coin, about his money. So, I mean, it's already shown us what was going on, right? What was this woman involved in, right? With all these different options, what can we see? Oh, wow. What I'm seeing here is that, I don't know, it's telling me she might have decided to just leave him behind, is what I'm getting with this. It's almost like she felt like she can do better. You know what I say? This is the past, this is the present, this is the spiritual realm, this is what's in someone's heart, and this slot is the future. What I'm seeing in her heart was just like, she was upset. She didn't want to wait. She didn't want to be patient. She didn't want to, I don't know, saying take her time to sort of like nurture this money opportunity. She just wanted quick money. And it pertains to the Lovers. So this is telling us something deep, guys. This is telling us something really deep. It was painful because the man in the equation, the Liam guy, I'm not going to beat around the bush, he knew that things was up. It's telling me what I'm feeling intuitively is that, I don't know, that this wasn't his first time, that people were just always trying to take. That's just what I'm getting, that he's been betrayed in love many, many times, right? And it all has to do with his abundance, what he can offer. Because I'm seeing a man that actually did offer love, right? I'm seeing a man that did offer love, but I'm seeing a woman that decided to push away the love and the romance. She didn't want to wait. She's seeing a lot of opportunities for herself. So that's really tragic. What else can we see as far as the nature of this love situation? What else can we see? All right, that flew far and face down. Damn, what this guy really wanted in his heart, and it was not meant to be. That's why the card flew. Like, almost like in the slot of the past, but it was underneath it, and it was really far away. So I'm getting that this is something that he really wanted in his heart. He really wanted sort of just like this romance. He really wanted it. But it was filled with challenges. Torment is what I'm getting here. It was very karmic, right? And again, more energies of the grave. So, I mean, I don't know. The energy that I'm getting is really tragic. And let me just say ahead of time, I do not know anything of these people. I've never heard, at least not like knowingly. I don't know, not like One Direction song. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I heard it playing on the radio because these people are popular, right? But it's kind of just like, I don't know these people. So let me just say that ahead of time. So yeah. And also let me thank everyone that's been having a reading with me. Thank you very much for having a reading with me. I definitely appreciate it. Also, thank you to the people that support the channel. It means a lot. Thank you guys. But I don't know, it's almost just like this woman severing communication. I'm seeing that she got messages before. Messages that things was going to happen. But it was almost just like she didn't care. You know, crows, ravens, they're actually known in the spiritual realm as like messengers. Usually they represent like messengers of truth. Not just that, they also represent kind of just like omens, right? And when people hear the word omen, they think like bad, but omen doesn't necessarily mean bad. It's just kind of just like a spiritual sort of message. Like they represent receiving just different messages, right? I'm seeing that she didn't care. She had her back turned to it. So I'm seeing that he was reaching out, or something happened to do with sort of like, I don't know, it's just saying that he actually was like in pain. And I don't know, guys. It's saying that he did write something out. So, I don't know. I'm getting a vibe of him writing something out. She not caring. I'm seeing that he didn't even want, like, everything to be in text form. That he didn't want it to be, like, a public situation. But at the same time, he did try to make what was going on with him known. You know, the Eight of Wands represents communication. You see, this is a woman here about to sever it. And again, more energies to do with, like, the death, the grave, you know, with this. I believe it's called a sickle or something. I don't know. I should know, right? I know it's called, but I forget it at the moment. I'm not sure, right? Because I don't usually, like, bring these type of things up. So what I'm seeing here is, like, I mean, it was just unfortunate. It was unfortunate. It was almost just like when someone needs you the most, you abandon them, or like you become distant. And I'm seeing that this was happening with a lot of people in his life. When he needed them, they just severed communication, and it left him feeling lonely. So, and it's actually really deep because it's almost just like, I don't know, I'm getting like cold spots in my body. So this is actually deep, you know. This is why I usually don't tend to have like readings like this, because it comes with all sorts of like energy, right? So I'm getting a really painful situation. Did she love this man? Because I'm seeing that she just didn't want to even like deal with the strategy of like, okay, the long haul of trying to like basically take his money. So what can we see? Does she love this man? All right. In position of the current. I'll leave it there. Let me get the rest of the cards before I look. So let's see what's going on. Did she love this man? Or that man, I should say. Okay, I'll leave that there as well. Give me 2 more cards. All right. I don't know why it's the energy of karma keeps coming up, right? When we speak of justice and judgment, it has to do with sort of just like karma and shit. Karma and I don't know, with her in her heart, always feeling like she can make things happen, that she'll be victorious. You know, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, they usually represent a beautiful person. Not only that, and I'm not saying this woman is beautiful. She's not my taste. Let me just say that. Definitely not. That's not what I'm into at all. But I'm just saying so people can know. Because obviously this man was interacting with her for a reason. So what's beautiful to me, you know, might not be someone's thing. You know, what's beautiful to someone else is usually sometimes ugly to me. So let me just say that for what it's worth. But what I'm seeing here is like the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. They represent usually like an archetype of a person that's beautiful. It actually represents a vain person. It can also represent a popular person. Not just that, it can also represent a prideful person, someone that's strong-willed. I'm seeing that she's taking this stance of victory because she was just like, I don't need him. And it's a bitterness in the face. So, I mean, not just that, it's almost just like, I don't know, an immaturity. I'm getting an immaturity, guys. And I know that like people, when they're fans, they don't like if you say certain things that's legit or real. Like even if it makes the other person like not look so well, like they don't appreciate it. They just want like whoever they're a fan of to be a saint. But I'm not, this is what it is. A sideways card represents like both energies, right? It also represents an issue. I'm seeing immaturity, right? I'm seeing that these people were both immature with this Page of Wands. It's telling me foolish energy. Very foolish. Because again, I'm seeing a selfish woman and I'm seeing a man that was foolish. He knew that like this chick wasn't worth it. What can we see with this hidden energy as well? The Temperance. Again, more money. That's why I said more money. More things to do with taking your time, waiting. What else can we see? Why does the Temperance keep popping up? Like, what's going on with the Temperance? And money plans that didn't work. Slow money. So you see this, right? Look at this. I mean, you guys watch tarot, so I'm pretty sure you guys know the definition. Everything I said, as far as what popped up, it follows the tarot rules. It's a tarot definition. It ain't me making anything exaggerated. You know how readers be exaggerated for the point of a story? You know, it might be interesting, maybe if you want entertainment, but I'm straight to whatever I'm seeing. I don't make it more, I don't make it less. It just is what it is. So you see how I was saying, like, she basically tried to take her time with this money, but she couldn't deal with it anymore. She was basically like, screw this. Like, fuck it. I don't got time for it. Look at this. The Five of Pentacles represent little money or no money, right? I'm seeing someone mourning the money. Now I ask, did she love this guy, right? What I'm seeing here is a hectic situation. They were both immature, very immature, and the energies are harsh because that's just how it comes out for me. It doesn't play games. So it's telling me both of these people were fools and they were stupid. It just is what it is. Again, I don't know them. I don't have nothing invested into this. So this is what it is, right? You know, like even the Alondria reading I had, people were saying so much like bad, crude things to me that I think even YouTube, I don't know if the people deleted their comments, deleted their own comments. I doubt it. I think what was said was so crazy that people were reporting their comments and their comments got blocked or deleted. They were saying so much crazy things to me. Like, I noticed that when people always say crazy things to me when they don't like a reading that I do, right? And it's kind of just like, even if you see the reading I did for Justin Timberlake 3 years ago, right? The date and time, all that's on there. It was 3 years ago. I said that it was distance between him and his woman, right? And that he was a cheater and other things. And I know I got like especially back in those days, I got crazy emails and even messages in the comment section with people saying like, oh, he loves her. I'm just doing this for entertainment. Like, I'm just being dramatic. And oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, fast forward. I actually, this is actually what makes me think of this. Fast forward. I was reading an article, like a day or two ago, saying that his wife, she's just busy with work. Like, she consumes herself with work because she can't be around her husband, and that they actually been separated for a long time. That's why, like, I guess he was living his own separate lifestyle that kind of came out with him being under the influence and all sorts of stuff. So it's kind of just like, guys, like, I get it. You guys are fans, whatever. But it's kind of just like, don't get mad at the tarot reader because I exposed the truth. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you, right? Like, watch one of those bullshit readers where it's just, oh, everyone loves each other and no one's doing anything dirty. This is real life, right? It's just like, who really has it? Who really has a angelic life like that? I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. When it comes up in readings, I say it. A lot of times, because these are real people, it doesn't always pop up. It's always fucked up and tragic and just fucked up and shit. And that's what I'm seeing here. I asked, did she love this guy, right? And look at this. The Page of Wands is saying that these two were foolish, right? Not just that. The Page of Wands, when we also talk about love, it can speak of a situation that has to do with, let me just be real, sex. It's an immature energy. It doesn't have really anything to do with love. It's more passion, right? It speaks of kind of like with the flesh desires. So I'm seeing people that were foolish, that were just operating on the flesh. They weren't really operating on emotion. Yeah, did he want real love? Yeah. But at the same time, he should have been dumped this chick is what I'm seeing. She didn't mourn this guy passing. What she mourned was the money. It was a loss of money. Now, it's interesting here, right? Because there's 4 pentacles here, right? The 4 pentacles represent stability, right? She was mourning her stability. This was stability for her, is what I'm seeing here. It was kind of just like, once that stability was gone, it was just like, oh shit, my money machine's gone. So even though he was tight with money, he was still helping her out, is what I'm seeing here. That's what she was mourning. Not just that, slow money. The money became less and less and less and less and slower and slower. The Nine of Pentacles represents slow money. So I'm seeing, a woman that she didn't love him. To be honest, she felt like she didn't need him. And it's telling me this is very karmic as well. And again, I'm not trying to offend anyone that might have loved this guy. And this isn't even about him, to be honest. This is about her. This is why I'm not really looking into his energy like that. It's like if it somehow pops up in a reading, okay, cool. If I see it, but I'm not asking directly, like, what was his situation? It just so happens that, like, obviously it's going to come out because she wasn't in a relationship with herself. But what I'm seeing here is a karmic situation. This guy wasn't a saint as well. He's telling me he had to deal with some karma. So this is tragic. This is tragic. I'm seeing that she didn't even love him, right? What else can we see? Like, what is this lady? Is she going to be dealing with her own karmic situation? Yeah. She actually already is dealing with situations. It's telling me having problems sleeping and guilt. What was I telling you? Problems sleeping. The 4 of Swords. And the reason why I got that is because look at this. The 8 of Swords. Problems sleeping. I don't know. It's telling me pain. She's dealing with pain. Because this is karmic as well. The truth is, sometimes, people feel like, oh, if a person is the one that's living, right? Even if they might have been, like, responsible for something or contributed, they feel like, oh, that person's just lucky. But no. Excuse me. Sometimes you actually suffer karma. Not just that. I'm going to be asking, was she like some sort of agent that contributed to his destruction, right? You know that in the Hollywood world, when someone comes to you, a lot of the times, right, they tend to be a part of something else. They just don't come on their own. And let's just say, even if they are, just like if they just happen to get lucky and start dealing with a celebrity, then someone kind of just like interacts with them and then they become an agent of like chaos and death, basically. So I'm going to be looking into that as well. But what I'm seeing here is that, she's dealing with karma at the moment. This is the slot of the current. So it's saying that she's dealing with pain. She can't sleep. She feels guilty. And it's also an energy of self-harm. So I don't know what she's doing, but she's getting involved in self-harm. It could be drinking, whatever it may be for her. But again, energies to do with not being able to rest. And why? Because money. This is a woman that's desperate for money. And I'm not trying to be a type of way. again, if I get a message, I'm going to say it. People sometimes don't like the way how I speak, but it just is what it is, right? This is why I have a good success rate with my clients and shit. I keep it real, and whatever I'm seeing, I say it. You know, people appreciate it, I guess, when they're actually paying for the reading, but when people are just watching it, then it's kind of just like they don't care, they just want to lie. But what I'm seeing here is they're calling her a whore. They're saying that she's a desperate whore, desperate for money, right? She might be successful though, right? She's going through a tough time at the moment, but she might land an opportunity. Could it be because she's an agent? Who knows? We're going to be looking into that. What's going on with the future slot? You see this, right? Now, this is the future slot. I was telling you she was going to land some money, right? Because I keep it real. I don't like, just because she's like a villain or something, I'm not going to make her just into a villain that's not going to get money and shit. Where it's like, oh, she's never going to be happy, or she's never going to get what she wants. Oh, no. The Six of Wands came up, representing success, right? So it's saying right now, yeah, she's going through it. She's going through it. And then the future slot is showing me, oh, yeah, she will get this money, but she still won't be happy. You know why? Because the card was crooked. You know, it was face down, it was crooked. So that's telling me that it's going to be crooked money through crooked means, right? And sometimes when you obtain money through crooked means, you're not always happy. Now, what else can we see? The past slot. The past slot is just speaking of the love, right? It's like she lived and he died. It just is what it is, right? They were exchanging romance and bullshit that wasn't to be. It was a cursed situation. Now I'm going to ask directly, was this lady an agent? Was she getting paid to do something shady? All right, a face down card and a sideways. I'm going to see what it is after I get some more cards. What else can we see? All right. What I'm seeing here is that this man, no, she wasn't an agent. I got to be real with you guys. This man was just going through things. This King of Wands. The card for him is sideways, which represent a weak constitution, right? Remember how I was saying that the King and the Queen of Wands represent vanity, all that, and strength and whatever. It's sideways. I'm seeing someone that was weak. He was a weak man. He was weak. Obviously, he took his own life. So they say, right? Because maybe she was an agent, maybe it was someone else. But I'm not getting into that. This is just about her at the moment, right? So what I'm seeing here is that this was a weak man. He was a man that was going through things. He didn't have a strong constitution. He's not upright. He's sideways. He didn't feel good. I'm getting a vibe of pain, severe pain. Not just that, this was an actual romantic situation, right? And it's telling me she did get lucky with the sun. This was like a blessing for her. She was able to have her hand out and collect coin and collect what she wants. Even now, it's kind of just like, I guess she has some sort of celebrity because of him. I don't know, again, what she does. And again, this is something that she worked towards. This wasn't something that was just given as like, oh, be an agent and ruin this guy's life. No, she just came about organically. Right. So I feel like this reading was very just straightforward. It was no bullshit, right? Straight to the point. What do you guys think? I thought it was straight to the point, right? Very good reading. Take care, people.